Okay, everybody, it's KickAss Kylie, and welcome to our Team Connect training call today. So firstly, thank you everybody for jumping on live that's here, and also a big shout out to everybody who's catching the replay. So in case you don't know, all of these calls, the training calls, are being recorded. We're popping them onto the YouTube channel. They're also going into our Facebook group, and we are working on an online training portal that you'll be able to log in and have access kind of online course style. And we hope to have that ready in the next 24 to 48 hours as well, hence my baggy eyes and gray hair. I'm trying to work around the clock to bring it all together. So today's call is, what do we do when someone says, yes, that I would like some more information? So at this point, you will have done what we call the invite. So you've either done an attraction marketing post and someone says, yes, I'd like to see some more info, or maybe you've done a direct message and said, hey, I'm in this travel club, love to share it with you. Or maybe you've actually had a face-to-face conversation. So no matter where you are at, once someone has said, yes, I'm open to having a look at the information, that's what we're going to work through today is, how do we essentially present or share the information? So the first thing that I want to share with you is the less you say, the more you make. So we have to remember that this is literally right now with the $1 promo, it's a $1 decision. So we don't want to give them too much info because then it comes across very salesy, like we're trying to sell them. So the absolute easiest way for us to be able to share this is to share it through our Rapid Funnel app. So what I'm actually going to do is share my screen, and I'm going to show you Rapid Funnel first, but then we're going to circle back with the messaging and how we get there. So let me just share my phone screen, and welcome to my my crazy phone. Alrighty, there we go. I know that's quite a scary little phone, isn't it? So bottom right-hand corner there, you can see Rapid Funnel. So if you don't already have Rapid Funnel, make sure that you download the Rapid Funnel app. And we've also got some training on how to set that up. And we will have some more training on Rapid Funnel this week as well. So let's just say you've got let me show you how to add a contact. So first of all, you want to click this little blue button down the bottom, and then you're going to add in your contact. Now you can manually pop in their name, phone number, email, or this top little button up the top there, import. If we click that, that will go through all the contacts on your phone, and then you can import them that way. The other option is the wizard. If you click on wizard, and then it's literally going to follow the prompts. Click here to import. Now, you do need to do a minimum of 5 contacts by using the wizard, but hey, you can click that. And again, you just want to tick whichever 5 in the little boxes, and then you're going to import those. I'm going to exit the wizard because I've already imported a bunch. So once you've imported your contact, down the bottom left-hand corner, you want to go to contacts. I'm just going to open up Jeff because I set him up yesterday as a test. So then we want to send resources. Now, it's really important that we send them through the Rapid Funnel app. One, it keeps track of who you've actually shared this with, because, our memories are only so good. And if you're like me, you've got mama craft disease or premenopausal brain, whichever one you want to refer to it. I can't remember a freaking thing these days. So this helps me track and measure everyone, and it helps me circle back with the follow-ups. So to send the info, we're going to click send resources. And then depending on if they're going to look at the opportunity or the business, so opportunity is IBO, the membership is just customer only. So typically I always share the opportunity. I then click on present, and then we're literally going to send the 1-minute video. I think, hand on heart, that is the best video that we have. It's 5 minutes. It gives someone a quick overview, and then that's really, it's a dollar decision, right? From there, they're going to say yes or no, they want some more info. So what we're then going to do, if you had their email address or their phone number, you'd be able to text them. In this case, I don't have that. I've just put Jeff's name. So I'm going to click on the link, and then that is going to give me a pre-formatted message. Now, I can edit that message, but what I would have already done, and we'll come back to this step in a moment, is I will have already sent Jeff a message saying, in like a private message, hey, Jeff, thank you so much for your comment on my post to ask for more information. I'm so excited to share this with you. This is just a real quick 5-minute video that you can watch to check it out. Let me know what you love the best or if you have any questions. So then I would literally send that through to the person directly. So in this case, you can see I've got Jeff. I could literally text that to him, or I can open up Messenger and I can send it to him in Messenger, or I could email it to him through the email button. So however you would normally communicate with that person is how you can send the info. So in this case, I would send it as a message. I would then just go and search for Jeff. There he is. I'm going to click the button and I'm going to click send. Poor Jeff's going to be thinking, why are you sending me all these messages, Carls? Now, then what I can do is I can have a look at the activity log. When I go to activity log, you can see this was yesterday's training when I sent him the link. And look, he clicked through the link. That was the link that I actually put in. So I've sent that link, but as of yet, he has not yet clicked that link. And he's probably going, Kylie, bugger off, stop sending me stuff when you're doing training videos. So that's how you send the information. But how do we segue from the phone call, the message, the face-to-face, the whatever, to be able to get to that point? So first step, you've done a post on social media and someone has commented and said, yep, I'd like some more info. Now, personally, I love voice messages. I think voice message, you can share your excitement and you can send that through. So if I actually just sent, Jeff's just given my little message a heart, which is fantastic. So I would then say, and he's even clicked the link. Look, I've just got a notification to say Jeff Ross has just clicked the link. He's like, she's using me again as training. I love it. So he's also now filling out a form to say that he wants some more info. Look at that. And I'm getting notifications. So see, I'm training with you guys, but this is working for me in the background. So that's the power of an automation system. So he's said, yes, I want some more info, either in message or on a post. So now, before I've sent that, I'm going to go back a step. I would do a little voice message. So I'm literally just going to, let me actually, share my screen for you guys again. Oops. I feel like I'm getting so clever and techie. All right. So down the bottom, see, you've got this little voice record button. So when you press that button, you can see now that this is actually recording the message. So, hi, Jeff, we're doing a training. Obviously, I'm using you for the training. Thank you for playing along. And see how I've just pressed that little send button. And now that's gone through. So I'm just going to stop sharing. So now you know how I'm sending the message. So they've asked for info. I'm going to press that button and say something like this. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for commenting on my post. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be able to share this info with you. I know how hard you and Sarah work, and, you know, you and the kids, I'm sure you would love to be able to do some more trips. And I just thought this would be an amazing way for you to be able to save, you know, when you check off your bucket list, especially, I understand as a mum and myself, it's expensive traveling with kids when you've got to add on all those extra costs. So you can save up to 60%. You know what? I'm actually going to delete that. Whoops. Because I shared too much information, right? You don't have to start selling it. We literally just have to share it. See how it was so easy to get in to start talking about it and no, that's not how we're going to do this. So now let me show you how to do it properly. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for commenting on my post about asking some more information on the travel club. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to share this with you. I just joined a couple of weeks ago. I think it's amazing. So I'm going to pop a little 5-minute video below. Check it out. Let me know, what do you love the best, or if you have any questions. That's it. That was 18 seconds, right? So don't try and sell it. Don't try and explain it. Just share it. That's all we got to do. And all you got to do is be excited. Okay. So, and at the end, notice I said, and let me know what you love the best, or if you have any questions. We don't want to ask them, what do you think about it? Because then that has their brain go, oh, What do I think about it? So what did you like the best? Do you have any questions? Now, you would then go into Rapid Funnel, add Jeff in, and that's when we're going to send that info. So you don't need to change that because I've already preempted that I'm going to send him the info with that little pre-formatted message. And then, of course, in Rapid Funnel, I'm then going to see that he's clicked the link, and then I can touch base and follow up. So obviously you don't want to be stalkerish. You want to give him a little bit of time. But once I can see through my app he's watched the video, then I'm going to touch base and I'm going to say something like this. Hey, Rockstar. Oh my goodness, I can see that you've watched the video. So I would love your feedback. What did you love the most? And hey, are you ready to get started for just $1? That's it. We've got to ask the closing question. Now, the number one reason why people don't get started with you is you don't show them the information. The number two reason why people don't join your organization is because you don't ask the closing question, right? So you can see there, we've now shared how to send the information, how to segue from, yes, I'd like some info or whatever. Before I get into the next part of the process, I just want to backtrack and let's just say that you're with someone face to face. So one of the ways that I have prospected, like I talk to everybody, and we did this on one of our training calls the other day. I become a professional complimenter and a professional Facebook friend getter. I'm going to say that again. Become a professional complimenter and a professional Facebook friend getter. What the heck does that mean? So when you're out and about from a place of love and being genuine, not fake, find reasons to compliment people. Now, it might be, and I do it naturally all the time. It's just my personality. I'm not trying to sell people something. If I see someone's got like a really nice jacket, oh my goodness, I love your jacket. It's absolutely gorgeous. Or wow, I love your hair. Like you look amazing. Oh my goodness, you've got such a beautiful smile. Wow, I love your shoes. Your shoes are so cool. Like, oh my goodness, your daughter is amazing. What's her name? It's so easy to compliment a stranger or somebody that you know to then start a conversation. So compliment is, oops, I'm getting phone calls. Compliment is step one. Starting a conversation is step two. And then it's from the conversation, how do we connect them to the information? Now, usually when I meet a stranger, I don't even share about DreamTrips at all. All I want to do is connect and add them onto social media. The best way to do that is find a way that you can help them. So through the conversation, so for example, here at Ellie Beach, often that I meet tourists, we'll have a conversation. I'll say, oh, wow, where are you from? Are you on holidays? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. And then there'll be something that I can find as an Ellie ambassador that I can promote. So then I might say something like, oh my goodness, I can send you the details. Hey, are you on Facebook? I'm always looking for a way to add someone on Facebook. Or wow, like, I've just so loved meeting you today. Like, can I ask you a random question? Are you on Facebook? I'd love to be able to connect with you and stay in touch. Would that be okay? Now, 9 times out of 10, probably more than that, they say yes. Now, of course, you'll get 1 in 100 that says no, but most people are excited because connection is one of our core human values. Humans want to connect with other humans. And another important core human value is significance. When we make people feel special and important and we connect, like that's 2 out of our 6 core human needs as a human being. So once we've connected, we've added them on Facebook, they're then going to see our social media posts, but then I might circle back to them the next day and say, hey, Tracy, it was so awesome to meet you yesterday down on the forefront. I hope you're really enjoying your time here in Ellie. Hey, here's the information that I promised that I was going to send you. And basically, you're helping first, be a human first, and then we're going to be a marketer second. Now, hey, Tracy, obviously, I noticed that you're on holidays. I don't know if you're interested or not, but hey, I actually have an online travel business where we help people save up to 60% on accommodation all around the world. Just curious, are you open to taking a look? Are you open? Are the 3 key words there. Now, we did a whole training yesterday on prospecting, so I'm not going to go too much into prospecting. I want to we've done the invite. I want to keep it to the how do we present the information. So then she says, yes, I'm open to having a look at some more info. And then I'm going to then send Tracy a little message, and Tracy's online. So thanks for playing along, Trace. You guys will have all of these crazy messages from me. Hey, Tracy, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to be able to share this with you. You know, I've been able to save a bucket load, and I actually took my kids out of school for 3 years thanks to what I'm about to share with you. So really excited for you to check it out. And hey, once you've had a look, let me know what you like the best or if you have any questions. So you see again, that was a 19-second message. Now, if you don't want to do voice messages, you don't have to do voice messages. You could literally type that out. Now, if you go into our Facebook group, and I'm just going to bring this up so I can share the screen for you. Sorry, I've got so many messages coming up. Alrighty, so if we go into guides in our Facebook group, so Dream Trips Relaunch, so click on guides up the top. If you're on your phone, it's the 3 little bars in the top corner. And then you can see when you scroll through, we've got a social media system. So if you click on that post there, oops, sorry guys, let me just go back to that. Here we go. So we've got our example announcement post, but look, when they ask for the info, here is the initial message you send. Hey, name, how are you? Thanks for your comment on my post. For more info about our VIP travel club, to help me get the right info, are you interested in the travel, the biz, or both? We literally have just launched a brand new $1 promo to officially launch our brand new loyalty program and travel portal. So it's a very exciting and crazy time to get in if you're keen on the biz. There's probably too much information in that message. You could literally just do the first part. Hey, how are you? Thanks for your comment. I'm going to pop a link to a 5-minute video below that has all the info. Let me know what you like the best or if you have any questions. Now, of course, when I promote this, most of the people that I'm connected with are business entrepreneurs because I've been in business for 30 years. If you're coming more like Tracy from an influencer perspective and you're selling the travel club, you might not even mention the business to them. Now, I had that initial in there because we have the 2 different videos. We can send just the travel info or just the business. If someone's seen your post and they're interested in the travel, but all of a sudden that they see that there's a business opportunity, I got to be honest with you, for some people that will scare them off. For other people, they will get excited. But here's what I want to tell you. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So don't overthink the message because, you know, if someone's going to find a reason not to do it, they're going to find a reason. If someone's going to find a reason to do it, they're going to find a reason. Our job is to share the information, be committed to them watching the 5-minute video, but let go of the attachment as to what the outcome is. Okay. Now, the other option is some people prefer to send an invite to our webinars. And of course, we've got multiple webinar presentations throughout the week, and that's all in our What's On weekly rhythm, which again is in our guide. So if we scroll back up to the top here, whoops, here we go. Weekly rhythm, here we go. So you can see in here what days and times we have presentations and how you can plug your people into that. Last minute invites are best for presentations, and I usually look to see who's online about 20 minutes before the presentation because they're there and they're kind of like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. So that's another way that you can do that. So going back to that messaging, I prefer to let someone watch a 5-minute video first. Remember, the less you say, the more you make, less is best. But then what you might do is if they've watched the video and they liked it, you might say, hey, Tracy, just saw that you're online. I know that this is last minute notice, but hey, are you free in about 20 minutes? And then whoever's going to present, so if it's me, my good friend, travel buddy, who's traveled extensively all over the world, is about to share a short information webinar on how this all works. And it's a way that you can jump on, check it out, and get your questions answered. Would you like the link or something like that? Now, that's a yes or a no question, right? So you've also then got some follow-up messages in here. So remember I said the number one reason why someone won't join you is because you haven't shared it with them. They don't have a crystal ball. They're not going, I wonder if Tracy's got a travel business that she might share with me today. That doesn't happen, right? We've got to share it. The second thing, we don't ask the closing question. And then the third thing is that we don't follow up. People are busy. People get distracted. Like right now, like my messages, like I literally have over 69,000 unread emails. I have 193 unread messages in Messenger. I've got 3 in WhatsApp, like, and I'm not even going to open Telegram. Like it is insane. And it's not just me. Everybody is busy. And don't get stuck in your head and think, oh my gosh, they didn't see my message or they haven't responded to me. They hate me. Like, no, that's just a story you made up in your head. 99.9% of the time, they're just busy. They just haven't seen your message yet. So it's really important that after you've sent the video or after they've watched the presentation on a webinar, that we follow up. So immediately after you've seen they've watched the video through your Rapid Funnel app, or immediately after they've been on a presentation, we want to touch base and say, hey, thank you so much for watching the webinar. Or, hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. And then same question. Do you have any questions and what did you like the best? Or just curious, what did you love the best or what did you love the most? And do you have any questions? So notice I'm not saying, are you in? Now you can ask that question as well. Are you in? Do you want me to lock in your spot for $1? Personally, I like to ask this as a pre-close question. What did you like the best? And do you have any questions? Or, hey, do you have any questions? And what did you like the best? Because then that's like a pre-close. So then we get their questions answered. The number one thing for each and every one of you is do not try and answer the questions yourself. What you want to do is you want to pop your person into a 3-way chat. You want to introduce and edify the leader and then let us answer the questions for you. So why on earth will we do that? Well, number one, if you answer all of your friends' questions, in their mind, they're thinking, I can't do this. I haven't got time to learn all this stuff. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't be able to answer those questions. I can't do this. This is too hard. I'm out. Versus if you do this, and again, let me just share my screen. Are you guys, is this good? Like, are you getting some value? Let me know in the chat, which I will look at in just a moment. I'm just going to quickly show you how easy it is to do this because a lot of people have never done a 3-way chat before, right? So I just want to show you how you can actually do that. All righty, here we go. Okay, so back into your messenger. Oops, let me close that. All right, so let's just say that I have been talking to Tracy and Tracy's got questions. So this little button at the top here, we're going to click on new and you can see there you can press create a new group. And then this is all of your contacts on Facebook. So I'm obviously going to put Tracy into that group because Tracy's the one who's asking questions. And I know I've already got a group chat with you and Kerry, Trace. So I'm actually going to just pop you in a group chat with Jeff because I know I don't have one with you two, just for the sake of the exercise. So then I'm going to click create. Now I like to just do a quick hi and then I do a voice message. That's me. But the other thing, see how it's got name here? I like to rename the chat and I like to put DTI. And then in this case, it's about Tracy. So I'm going to put, oh goodness, my thumbs, travel, Tracy. There we go. Questions. So that way it's really easy to go back to that chat. So then again, I'm going to do a voice message now because I need to edify my leader and I've got to introduce my guest. So in this case, Jeff is my leader and Tracy is the person that I'm sharing the information with that's got questions. So I'm going to now do a little voice recording. Hey, Tracy, as promised, I've popped you in here into this group chat with Jeff. I've been working with Jeff on this for 18 months now. I know Jeff has traveled extensively and he's built a really big business. So he is the absolute best person to get your questions answered. Now, Jeff, this is my friend Tracy. Tracy and I have done a bunch of cruises together. We met at high school. We've been girlfriends for years. And Tracy just has a few questions about the travel portal and how the cruises work. So Jeff, meet Tracy. Tracy, meet Jeff. And Tracy, please pop all of your questions here so that Jeff can answer them for you. That's it. So that's all you got to do. That's how you set up a three-way chat. So super simple, super easy. But the other side of it is your friends aren't going to listen to you because they know all the stupid, dumb shit that you've done. Whereas if you introduce and edify someone else, they're going to listen to another leader, not you. But here's the rules. Once you've edified your person and you've put them in the three-way chat, we zip it, lock it, and we put it in our pocket. We've now handed over the reins to the leader that you've put them into a three-way chat with, and now you have to let it go. You got to let the leader go to work for you. Don't jump in. Don't interrupt them. Don't, if let's just say that I've put that Tracy in a three-way chat with Jeff. If I need to give Jeff information that I think he's missed or needs, I'm going to send that in a private message with Jeff, not in the three-way chat. Because what happens is you've edified the leader and then you suddenly de-edify the leader. It's a psychological thing. Just trust me. So once you've put them in the three-way chat, zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket, leave it to the leader to then answer their questions, leave it to the leader to overcome the objections, leave it to the leader to close unless they actually ask you. So it may be that Jeff actually says, hey, Kylie, why is it that it's really important for Tracy to have a look at this? Because then he's prompting me, well, I know that Tracy loves cruises. I know Tracy, blah, 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 blah. This is why I think Tracy would love this membership. And then that's coming from that place of love. So if the leader invites you to contribute to the conversation, then do that. Otherwise, that's it. You've handed the ball. Trust your leader to be able to do what they do. All righty, let me just do a quick regroup. Have we got any questions? V for value. Yes, thanks, beautiful lady. I love it. Yes, absolutely, Renee. Your own people don't listen. It's like a prophet isn't welcome in their own home, like their own town. Like I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Okay, so we've done the three-way chat. We've talked about edification and overcoming objections and closing. So if you're talking to your own person and they have an objection, a lot of people freak out about objections. So let's just give you objection training 101. When someone gives you an objection, that's a really great thing. So typically there's going to be two things. One, the objection is actually asking for more information because it's not a no, it's an objection. And so basically they're at wherever they're starting from here. We want to help them get to there, and we are the bridge. And there's an objection in the way that we've got to help them get over, right? And at the end of the day in this is business. To be successful in this business as an entrepreneur, you've got to be a problem solver. You've got to help other people solve their problems, because when you can be the bridge to get them over their problems, that's when they can create the success or enjoy the holidays or the income or the freedom or whatever else it is over the other side. The second part is whatever objection that someone gives you, 99.9% of the time, that's the reason that they need this. So if someone says, it sounds amazing, but I don't have time. I know exactly. And that's exactly why I'm sharing this with you, because I know how busy you are. I know you never have any time, but guess what? If nothing changes, nothing changes. And Tracy, from a place of love, I love you and I want to have more cruises with you, but I never get to hang out with you because all you're ever doing is working. So, hey, I do have the time. You know a lot of people. Let's partner together and let's smash this thing. Are you in? Right? So I've used the time objection to actually help her overcome that. Now, no, she's not online. There's another beautiful lady who joined our team a couple of days ago. I won't mention her name. And basically, she said, look, it sounds amazing. And I know for $1, like it's incredible to get in, but I can't afford the subscription. Even at the standard membership, the $70 a month is just too much. So now I don't want to be as ruthless and go, exactly, that's why you got to get in, because now we've got to be really compassionate. When people have money challenges, like it really takes something for them to be vulnerable and real and raw and share that that's a lot of money for them. So in that situation, I would then say, oh my goodness, Tracy, I totally understand. And look, I felt exactly the same way. As you know, I'm a single mum. You know, when Paul left, you know, he took everything. He even took the car. And that's when COVID hit. And literally overnight, I had no money, no car, no husband. I was broke. I was broken. I had 2 distraught kids. So I totally understand, you know, the financial pressures. But hey, that's exactly why I got started, because I knew if nothing changed, nothing changed. And for me now, just by sharing this with a couple of friends and sharing this with a couple of friends, you know, I started to build a really nice side passive income that helped me take the pressure off financially. And I'm so excited, like literally 6 weeks ago, I closed the doors to my coaching academy, because now this is at the point that I can actually do this full time. And, you know, I know you're a mum as well. You know, for me to be able to have the freedom to spend time with my kids and have an income that I can give them an amazing life and I can give them these incredible trips, like it's amazing. And remember, once you've referred 4, then you don't have the membership fees. And once you've referred 4, you've opened up all these levels of residual income. So the really great thing is, you know, you'll actually be making way more money out of this. And look, I can help you do a couple of social media posts, and, you know, you can pop your peeps in a chat with me, and I can help you to look after them and get them started. And, you know, together, you know, we can totally do this. What do you say? Now, oh, Nicole, I love you. Yes, Renee, absolutely. So that's exactly what I've done. So overcoming objections, it's very standard training. Feel, felt, found. I feel you. I felt the same. This is what I found. So that's exactly the process that I've just taken you through without telling you that was the process. You can tell I've done that a few times. And Nicole, that was exactly what that story was meant to do. And anyone who's a single mum whose partner has left them, that story is going to trigger their heartstrings. It's raw, it's real, it's vulnerable, but it's relatable, that they're going to be like, oh my gosh, me too. And yes, I'm in. Okay. Now I didn't, there you go. Nicole says, I literally have the same story, right? And, you know, Nicole, use that, because there's going to be so many other people who are in the same space. And remember, facts tell, stories sell. So important. We want to share a story that's relatable. Now, that might not be your story. So let's just say that Renee is talking to Tracy, and Tracy's Renee's friend. And, you know, she doesn't have the same story as me, but she can say, oh my goodness, Tracy, I'm so sorry to hear that, hun. And look, you know, I know so many people that have had financial pressures. You know, Kylie, who's the top leader of our whole, you know, Australian team, my goodness, when she started this, her husband had just left her. She had no money, like financially, she was broke, she was broken. And, you know, she's done this as a single mum. And then she was able to take her kids, you know, out of school. They world schooled them for 3 years. She now has, you know, she does this full time. This is her income. And oh my goodness, like if Kylie does this, I know you could as well. And hey, if you're open, I'd love to be able to connect you with Kyle's. And, you know, I know she's really busy, but hey, I'd love to be able to pop you in a chat with her so that, you know, you can get to know her and hear her story. And then, of course, Renee would then send me a message and say, hey, Kyle's, like, this is Tracy. This is my friend. This is her problem. This is where she's at. I'm going to pop her in a 3-way chat. She's going to edify me. But now I know that Tracy and I have the same story, or in this case, Nicole and I have the same story. I can then use that. So stories are so powerful. And it's why, as a team, I want everybody to be able to share their stories, because when we know each other's stories, that's where we can create relatability. Because Mans has got a story that I might share her story, or Trish might be sharing Trish's story, or whatever. Yeah. And in fact, I used Trish's story the other day. I had someone who was, you know, talking about the membership. And I said, you know, I used to charge thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for people to come into our mastermind group. And, you know, this lady, you know, she really got trashed on social media. And I love how our team just wrapped her up in a bubble of love and put so much love into her social media post. And I know that there's people who pay the, you know, whatever membership, let's just make it the priority, 130 plus 30 for 160 US a month. I used to charge $1,000 a month for my mastermind group. And they used to get less calls, less coaching, and less value than all you guys are getting for your $30 a month. So I've got to tell you, like, it's incredible value. But again, if you don't know that story, and you guys can say that, oh my goodness, like, we are so damn lucky. The team that we have, like, you know, the leaders and how they all show up and support us, and the training that we get is literally worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, right? So it's so important that, you know, you can share those stories, but then connect them with somebody else. Alrighty, so we've talked about overcoming objections. And again, pop them in a chat with somebody, but typically whatever the objection is, that's the reason why they want to do this. And remember, people will take action for two reasons. They'll take action to avoid pain, and they'll take action for pleasure. Pleasure or avoiding pain. Avoiding pain is the stronger buying emotion. So our job is to be professional pain detectors. So you got three things. You got to be a professional complimenter, a professional Facebook friend getter, and a professional pain detector. You want to find out what's someone's greatest pain, because that is going to be their why. That is going to be their driving force, right? So, I was going down a road with that and I've just completely lost my track. Sorry, guys. It's lack of sleep kicking in. Oh, yep, I know where I was going. Okay. So one of the things that's going to happen in this business, and look, this isn't so much about helping someone get started, but I want to prepare you for this because it is going to happen. You would have heard me say a few times now that at every level, you have a devil. So if you're playing a PlayStation game, to get through level 1, you've got to work out how to overcome the beast and get through the gate to the gold, or whatever the game is that you're playing. You got to slay the demon to be able to get through to the, you know, the treasure. And that happens in life. That happens in this. And guys, I've been doing this for 8 years, and I've had a lot of challenges. I've had a lot of obstacles. I've had a lot of tests that I've had to get over, you know. Husband leaving, COVID. My partner left me 3 weeks ago, like when we started this dollar promotion, because he couldn't handle this dream trip shit. You know, like, stuff happens. My son was in hospital last week, so trying to juggle all of that, being a single mom, like blah, 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 blah. So the thing is, you're going to be tested, and you don't know when that test is going to come, and you don't know who that test is going to come from. Now, when I first joined this, I was terrified to share this with my dad. And that was my own lack of belief because of the network marketing model, because, you know, our family was always brought up that, you know, we don't do those pyramid things. And that was just because that was our education, and we didn't know what we didn't know. You know, my mum was a school teacher. My dad was an electrician. And I had, you know, gone and done a double university degree, and I climbed the corporate ladder, and I eventually opened my own business. I had a gym, grew that to 13 gyms, then lost everything for the first time, then got introduced to this, and my dad was disgusted. We had the biggest fight. He told me that I was such a disappointment. When am I going to grow up and go get a real job? And, you know, this is my dad, who I love and adore, and I'm like bawling my eyes out. And I remember saying some things that I'm probably not so proud of. I hung up and I didn't talk to him for 3 months, and I was devastated. I was so upset. That was a really big test. Guess what? My dad and his beautiful wife are now a member. He came up here, and, you know, when my partner left, he came up here and he helped me with the house and the kids and stuff whilst the $1 promo was on, so I could continue to build this. And, you know, he was so excited once he saw how happy I was and the success that I created. And, you know, the lifestyle that I was able to give my kids and how different my kids were. You know, I remember when I took my kids out of school to world school them, you know, he hated me for it. You know, you're going to disadvantage my grandchildren and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, again, that was part of that same conversation. On the other side of that, wow, like, I'm so glad that you did that, because your kids are amazing. And I remember saying to him, I had to posture up and say, Dad, I love you, but at the time, I'm a 40-year-old grown woman. I'm married with 2 children. Like, you know, you're my dad, and I love you and I respect you, but let me live my own life. Let me make my own decisions. You have to respect that. And of course, we didn't talk for 3 months, but hey, we're now closer than ever before. Now, I had another test from one of my closest friends who was like, oh my God, you're doing one of those things. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, wow, I never thought that you would stoop to something like that, Carls. Like, show me when you make your millions. Well, guess what? That friend is now in and one of the top leaders in our company. But I had to go through the test, right? For you to become whatever your goal is. So my goal is to be $1 million earner in this thing. Well, to become $1 million earner, you've got to overcome $1 million worth of challenges. You got to overcome $1 million worth of tests, $1 million worth of problems. You know, you got to help $1 million worth of people, right? So I'm just exactly, Renee. But again, you just got to laugh it off. Like, you know, and even, you know, when Scott, my partner, left me a few weeks ago, I was just like, oh, it's just another test. Like, come on, like trusting in the process, knowing this is happening for you. Then my son's in hospital. Seriously, another test. Well, you can't have the testimony without the test. I don't know what your test is going to be. Usually the test comes from someone who's really close and really important to you. And I promise you, on the other side, like you've got to have the breakdown to have the breakthrough. You got to have the storm to have the rainbow. I don't know what your test is going to be. And you're going to not just have one test, you're going to have lots of tests, just like the hero's journey in a movie, right? You think they're being tested, they're tested. Just before the grand finale, there's that big boom, like, and you go, oh no, they're not going to, you know, there's not going to be a happy ending. But if you haven't got to the happy ending yet, the story's not over. You just got to keep going through the journey. So I just wanted to share that and be really real and raw with you all today, because, you know, there is no such thing as this beautiful yellow brick road to success, right? It's around in circles and up and down and highs and lows and, you know, laughter and tears and, you know, fear and doubt and belief and excitement and all of the things packaged up. Because let's just say, like me, your goal is to make $1 million a year in this thing. If you were already at the level of personal growth and emotional intelligence and, you know, the level of leadership you need to be making $1 million a year, you would already be making that money. So your business and your life is a reflection of you. So that's so important, to trust in the process that you are growing. Now, as you all know, I used to own gyms. And one of the things that I know to get stronger is to lift weights. Now, the anatomy of that is when you lift weights, you're actually causing your muscle fibers to break. And then when they break, and if you've ever done weight training, you know, the next day or a couple of days after, you're really sore. It's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. It's because you've broken those muscle fibers. But then after a few days, they actually grow back stronger, and then you can lift more weight. It's exactly the same with this business. You are going to be broken, and then you got to shake it off and trust that it's part of the process. You grow stronger, you get more resilient, and then you're going to get the next test, because every level has the devil, and we will constantly be tested, right? But it's also falling in love with the game. It's falling in love with the process and knowing that this is designed to test you. This is designed for you to grow and be better. So when stuff happens, don't be bitter and go, oh, this isn't fair and blah, 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 and go into victim mode. No, be a victor and say, awesome, I'm being tested. What can I learn from this? How can I grow? What's the lesson? What's the blessing? What can I be responsible for? And I promise you, sometimes you can't see it in the moment, but on the other side, you know, you'll look back, and even, you know, with my partner leaving 3 weeks ago, like obviously I was heartbroken. I've come home from hospital and all his stuff was gone, like boom. And I'm like, and we still haven't had a conversation. Now, my heart hurt. I was really sad and heartbroken and I was devastated. But it's like, oh, well, I don't know what the lesson is right now, but I'm trusting in the process. And now 3 weeks on, I'm like, wow, look at what I've created. I'm not even missing him because of what we've created with our team. And I now know, as much as my heart's still a little bit sore and sad, I know in my mind and my gut that I'm worthy of someone 1,000 times better than who he is. And if he can't be there, you know, when I really needed him, then why should he be there, you know, when I'm making $1 million a year? So again, Trust that whether you believe in God or the universe, everything happens for you. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm just going to do a quick recap of everything we've gone through in this training. So number one, when someone says, yes, I'd like some information, we've covered what to do next. So how to share the information, whether that be adding them into Rapid Funnel and sharing the 5-minute video, or whether that's inviting them onto a webinar presentation or a combination of both. The second thing is what to say. So we did those little voice messages. So we did some examples of those. The third thing, how to share the info. So of course we did that through Rapid Funnel, how to put someone into a 3-way chat with your upline leader. And when we do that, we edify them, we zip it, lock it, put it in our pocket. How to overcome objections. So whatever their objection is, that's the reason why. So don't get upset or weird, that just trust in the process. And also remember that SW rule. Some will, some won't. So what? Somewhere 6 are waiting and wishing for you to reach out and share this info with them. And the big test. If you haven't had your big test yet, it's coming. It might be lots and lots of little tests, and all of a sudden, boom, you get a big one. But again, when you're being tested, remember, you can't have the testimony without the test. And I promise you, the growth and the success and the happiness and everything that comes on the other side is going to be absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for watching this training. I hope you've got some great value. Make sure that you get all of your team to watch this. And the most important thing now is be loud and proud and go and share this with everybody.